Hello, welcome back to Homesteading Diaries, and I'm Ashley. Look at this beautiful backdrop. There's a big storm coming. Look at that rain. Yikes. Anyway, so I just want to do a video on some frequently asked questions and concerns about moving off grid that people have had. Ooh, so windy. So one thing I hear a lot is, "Aren't you scared?" No, I'm not. Moving on. Someone once asked if I was afraid of isolation, and I am not. Our land is not, oh God, it's so stormy. Our land is not super remote. It's like remote, but we're within 20 miles of a town. And just a couple hours, not even, from pretty big cities. Oh, I love the storms. And then I've also just had really shitty experiences and like really don't like people a lot. And so I am not afraid of being isolated. What else? Um, Someone asked if I'm gonna have help, and yeah, I will. Some of this stuff is gonna be stuff that I have to hire out for. We are also homesteading without livestock. Someone mentioned to me not too long ago about like, oh, you can't do all that. But I'm not planning on getting goats or cows or, you guys see this? Things like that, down the line, a couple years, once we are uh, pretty set, we'll probably get chickens just for eggs. But even that, we're vegetarians, me and Niall, until he can make that decision for himself. But it's really important to me that he has like this concept of what meat is and where it comes from. So as of now, we're both vegetarians, and not like vegetable vegetarians, just like we don't eat meat vegetarians. So we'll probably get a couple chickens for eggs. We're not vegan, but and I really love baking and like want to have a baking business, or at least for fun. So eggs. I've already gotten like a bunch of stuff to make pasta, because I just love pasta, like different kinds of pasta makers. So yeah, we'll need eggs for that too. Um, so what other questions? I think people project a lot of fear. This happened when I was like giving birth as well, because I chose a free birth. And that's why I kept it like super quiet. Oh, it's starting to rain. Oh, gosh. Anyway, like people just project fear, and that's fine, if it's not something that someone's done. It's like there's lots of confusion or questions or concerns or inability to even think about that or think like that, and that's fine. So yeah, I just wanted to talk. I've been sharing this stuff a lot with like our community at the dog park, and some folks are like, oh fuck yeah, and have stories about this person that built this, and this is what they did, and things like that, or things they've seen. And um, you know the universe has always put people in my path at the right time. I've been at the dog park and had conversations with like engineers or contractors, or like there was this one guy who told me that his dad built a greenhouse for his mom, like back in the 60s, using old fluorescent light bulbs. So just like a lot of folks, you know, might have this like close proximity to people who have done stuff that's different. But a majority of people don't. And so there's lots of questions and concerns, and that's totally legit. My only thing is like when it's projected, you know, and that's fine. It's whatever. I'm so happy it's raining. I mean, it's like so hot here. It's like 100 until these clouds roll in. Like my car said 100, and then we were just sitting under the clouds, and it was like 94. It already went down so much, so it's just so refreshing. Anyway, look at that beautiful cloud storm. So yeah, those are just some of the things that folks have. Mostly about like, oh, how are you gonna get power? At one of our friends at the dog park was like so concerned. He's such a sweet guy, and he was like, oh my gosh, is that gonna be enough solar for you? And you know, and everything that we're doing is just momentary. You know, we're building up for more, and with what we've been through already, like it's fine. You know, we can troubleshoot anything. Oh my god. This storm is making me look so sexy. So, yeah, I think those are the main concerns that folks have had, or questions that I've received, is about like isolation, the power, and just like, oh, aren't you afraid? Or aren't you gonna, hey, stay out of that mud puddle, sir? Mm-hmm. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, shit's gonna come up, you know, there's gonna be problems. There's always problems. This morning I had a few problems I had to take care of, where we're at, you know, shit with my RV, and, you know, that stuff's always gonna come up. It comes up for folks that don't do this either. You know, it comes up for folks who have paid or have mortgages, you know, I mean, that shit's always gonna come up. So, I mean, it's not like it's not gonna happen, and it's just about oh, I love those stories. It's just about how we can, um, you know, address the problems as they come. And like I was talking about yesterday, I'm learning a lot about those responsibilities, and you know, everything is on my shoulders as a single mother. Um, and those, you know, day-to-day problem solving. So we've had a lot of practice about, you know, solving problems and figuring some shit out. Yesterday, oh, thank you so much. Yesterday, we got a little glimpse into what it's going to be like to have some um, freedom regarding going inside and outside. We went to a friend's who had like a little fenced in yard, and Woodstock and Nile were both just in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And that's one of the things that I've been super stoked on for moving off grid, because right now at the RV park, because of the neighbors and because of the traffic, and just, you know, we're not allowed to have a fence. So, you know, we don't really play outside at the park a lot, or at the RV park. And so one of my big things is I'm super stoked on having that freedom, all of us, to be inside and outside, and just having the ability to move freely. And anyway, we got a little glimpse of it yesterday, and as ready as I am, I'm really not, because I have like two toddlers. You know, Woodstock is not a year yet, and the Nile is a toddler, of course. And so we are definitely gonna have some transition into that kind of freedom, and you know, it's probably gonna be pretty stressful, but eventually we'll have the perimeter gated and everything. So I mean, that's not a question that people ask, but I would say that's probably one of the things that I'm most excited about, and also like realistically like, oh fuck, about. Yeah, you see the storm? I know. Um oh, we live over there, somewhere. And so it's probably raining, which is good because I didn't water my garden today. My friend told me it was going to be 80% rain, so I decided to let the rain take care of it. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, it hasn't been too bad. I think sometimes it can be hard for folks to grasp, and I get that, and that's why I'm doing this series. Shit's always gonna come up. There's always gonna be some shit, but what I'm not gonna be missing, and what it really does scare me is that every afternoon in this town that we live in, there's a car accident every single afternoon. It's like the daily car accident, at least one. So that's something I'm really like. That's a more realistic fear to have than like what's gonna happen, or like being isolated or whatever. And like I really am here to help create a new world, a new earth, not new world, but new earth. And as this system collapses, like some of us are here to help build. And so that's a role that I know is mine. And yeah, I'm fucking stoked. I'm really stoked. And yeah, if you have any questions or concerns, you can like voice them if you want. Thank you so much. But yeah, I mean, realistically, of course, there's things to be, aware of and prepared for. But again, you can only prepare for so much. And then if and when something ever happens, it's about how you handle it and what you do to take care of the problem. And so I'm not too worried on imaginary scenarios. And I really dream of just like peace for us and, a good life and being able to grow our own food and having the space to be and create. Wow, it is roaring. So yeah, it's gonna be all right, and if it's not, it will be. So I'm gonna let you go because we're probably gonna have to leave soon. Let's see, it's coming the right way though. And then here I'll show you the rest of the skies. Over here you can kind of see the sun. Anyway, thanks for joining. Wow, he just put a shit ton of rocks in my pocket. Yes, I'm wearing a dress with pockets. So anyway, yeah, that's that, and I'm gonna go play with Niall for a few minutes before we have to leave. So have a good day.